For those who are staying all day from here on in, we have a wonderful, wonderful service. The Mincha service will follow here in this room. That's the afternoon service where we'll read from the book of Jonah, or retell the book of Jonah. And then we'll have our Yom Kippur Bet Midrash with all the fabulous courses that are being taught. After that, we're going to have our community sing, as I mentioned last night. We want every single one of you, and I'm looking at every single one of you, to be here at 4 o'clock, because we're welcoming the community to come here so that we can sing together. Our Christian friends, our African-American Christian friends, our Hindu friends are coming to sing with us an English version of Lu Yihi by Naomi Shemer. And the idea is to show that we can not just talk about unity, we can actually reflect it in our presence and our song and our voices. So we strongly, strongly urge you, if you're going to be here in the afternoon, don't just come for Yizkor at 5:15. Come around 4 o'clock and 4:15, whatever it is going to be.
And it's really for all ages.
It's for all ages, including little ones. Okay?
A special part even for them.
So we're on page 135. We stand this day, all of us, in the presence of our God, youth and elders, women and men, those close to tradition and those who have been estranged. All are welcome in this community of prayer. Around the world, all Israel greets this holy day. We stand with them, a people united by our history and fate, linked in mind and heart to generations past, who stood before God to be cleansed of their sins in Russia, Poland, Germany, Spain, Morocco, Egypt, Brazil, and India. Our great-grandparents are here with us today, and our great-great-grandchildren as well. All are present in memory and hope. We stand this sacred morning, all of us, as one. We continue on page 138 with the singing of Ma Tovu.
Please join us.
Ma Tovu, Ma
study of Torah is on page 142. We join together towards the bottom. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, supreme power of the universe. You sanctify our lives with mitzvot and give us the sacred obligation of learning and living Torah. Our study text for this morning is on page 153. It's from Maimonides, who was a great sage and physician and writer who lived in the 12th century in Spain and in Egypt. And he wrote, "Free will is granted to all people. If we desire to turn to the path of good and be righteous, the choice is ours. Should we desire to turn to the path of evil and wicked, the choice is also ours. There is no one who compels us, sentences us, or leads us toward either of these paths. Rather, all persons at their own initiative and decision turn to the path they desire." So take a moment and just think or talk to your neighbor. What is it that makes you choose the wrong thing? Because we all do it at some point. And what is it that makes you choose the right thing? That's for you to discuss or think about.
Discuss. We continue with the blessing for our bodies and for our souls on pages 156 and 158.
Asher yatzar et ha'adam b'chokhmah nekavim, nekavim, chalulim, chalulim. Asher yatzar et ha'adam b'chokhmah u'baravad nekavim, nekavim, chalulim, chalulim.
Ata nirata, ata yitzarta, ata nefachta bi.
We continue with the daily miracles of life, page 160. Feel free to join in or to say amen at the end of each blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan l'sechvivin להבחין בין יום ובין לילה.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, פוקח עברים.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, מתיר אסורים.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, זוקף כפופים.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, רוקע הארץ על המים.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שעשני כל צורכי.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam hamechin mitzadei gaver.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam malbish harumim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam hanoten liyaif koach.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam hamavir shinai me'enai t'numa me'afapai.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam shasani b'tzelem Elohim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam shasani barchorin.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam shasani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam oser Yisrael bigura.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam oter Yisrael b'tifara.
Amen.
We continue with Psalm 150 on page 170.
This is for us all.
Page 172.
האר בתעצומות עוזך, הגדול בכבוד שמך, הגיבור לנצח והנורא בנורותיך. המלך יושב על כיסא רם ונישא, שוכן עד מרום וקדוש שמו וכתוב. רננו צדיקים באדוני לישרים נאווה תהילה.
Page 175, the blessing to conclude these morning prayers.
ישתבח שמך לעד מלכנו, האל המלך הגדול והקדוש בשמיים ובארץ. ברוך אתה אדוני, אל מלך גדול בתשבחות, אל ההודעות אדון הנפלאות, הבוחר בשירי זמרה, מלך מלכי העולמים.
Amen.
Please rise as you are able for Chatzi Kaddish 176.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה בעלמא דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי ולחיים לכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב יבנו אמן יהי שמרם מבורך לעולם 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 יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשו בריחו לעילם לעילם מכל ברכת ושירתה ושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן ועלמא אמרו אמן.
Baruch Hu is on 178.
ברכו את אדוני. המבורך
Page 181. We join together. Like an unbroken current, energy streams from the source, bathing the planet in light, calling forth life, movement, mind unfolding from matter, the power to love. And we offer it back to you, our own creative energy, ever dreaming, building, shaping patterns out of chaos, searching for light and darkness. Creation never ceases, not for an instant. All life is aglow with your light. All things draw sustenance from the source.
Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'me'orot.
On 182, we join together at the top. You love us by helping us grow. You give us Torah, a ladder for the soul. Every word that draws us words that draw us upward, every mitzvah, an invitation to climb, forge and kiln and crucible, to purify our hearts. You give us Torah. You love us by helping us grow. Now, page 182, 2 lines up from the bottom of the Hebrew, and we'll immediately go to 184.
Amen.
join together. Bring us in peace from the four corners of the earth. Lead us with upright pride to the land that is ours. For you are a God of miracles and wonders. From all the peoples of the earth you sought us out and brought us near to your great enduring truth. So with love we acknowledge and proclaim that you are one. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher b'amo Yisrael, be'ahava.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. We continue on 188.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ושוכבך וקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
On the facing page. When you love Adonai Elohecha body and soul, these things I ask of you will be possible. To answer your children's questions about me and believe the answers yourselves. To connect religion to your everyday comings and goings. For example, when you hug them in bed at night with tender words, Shema Yisrael. Or when you think to say Modeh Ani in the rush of getting them up and out in the morning. To be alert enough to open doors for your children in every waking moment and when they dream. And finally, to remember just why all these things matter. They matter because I, Adonai Elohecha, brought you and your children out of Egypt to be God for you. I am your God, and when you do these things, I will be your children's God. Page 191.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Page 195, we offer responsively. And they shall know that I, Adonai, am their God, who brought them out of the land of Egypt, that I might abide among them. I, Adonai, their God. You showed us your power to bring down the powerful, uplift the enslaved, transform the social order. We carry the Exodus vision wherever we go, lest we forget our sense of liberation, lest we lose the joy of breathing free, lest we grow indifferent and blind to others' pain. Page 196.
שיבחו גאולים לשמך על שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו וימלכו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם
rise as you're able.
Zu Israel, Kuma, Bezrat Israel, Ufedech Elomecha Yehuda v'Yisrael, Koleinu Adonai Tzvaot Shemo, Kedosh Israel, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
The Amidah continues on page 198.
Adonai Sefatai Tiftach Ufi Aki Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Komel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei Bneihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava. Page 202. Zachrenu lechaim, melech hafetz b'chaim, v'chatvenu b'sefer ha'chaim, lemancha Elohim chaim, melech ozer u'moshia u'magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah.
Page 204.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, בחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, בחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בגבורות ומידה מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. מי כמוך אל הרחמים, זוכר זוכר צוריו לחיים ברחמים, ונאמנת לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה
ברוך
אדוני
שמו.
בחיי הכל.
Amen. Please find your seats. Before the singing of Unatana Tokaf on 208, there's a compelling reading on 209. And we'll read the paragraphs responsively. Today we call it by its rightful name, a day of dread, Norah v'Ayom. Unwelcome visitor, for we want to live in a sunny world where God's love and all endings are happy. But the drumbeat sounds and the words tumble down. At the start of the year, in the season of truth, comes the day of remembrance, for all we forget and all we deny, and we fall on our knees in the depths of our hearts, for we know that the bell tolls for us. The words are old in the language. And don't miss the call of the day.
וחותם וסופר ומונה, ותזכור כל הנשכחות, ותפתח את ספר הזיכרונות, ומאליו יקרא, וחותם יד כל אדם בו.
On page 210. And so a great shofar will cry, Tekiah! A still small voice will be heard. Angels in a whirl of fear and trembling will say, Behold the day of judgment, for they too are judged. In your eyes even they are not blameless. All who come into the world pass before you like sheep before their shepherd. As a shepherd considers the flock when it passes underneath the staff, you count and consider every life. You set bounds, you decide destiny, you inscribe judgments. We continue with Barosh Hashanah on page 212. If you know the chorus, we'd love to hear your voices. You're praying so beautifully today.
Barosh Hashanah ikatevu, uvyom Yom Kippur yechatemu. Barosh Hashanah ikatevu, uvyom Yom Kippur yechatemu. Barosh Hashanah ikatevu, וביום צום כיפור יחתמון, כמה ירון וכמה יבראון. בראש השנה יכתבון, וביום צום כיפור יחתמון. בראש השנה יכתבון, וביום צום כיפור יחתמון. מי יחיה ומי ימות, מי וקיצו ומי לא וקיצו, מי באש ומי במים, מי בחרב ומי בחיה, מי ברעב ומי בצמא. בראש השנה יכתבון, וביום צום כיפור יחתמון. בראש השנה יכתבון, וביום צום כיפור יחתמון. מי ברש ומי ברעש, ומי במגפה ומי במגפה, מי ברש ומי במגפה, מי בחניקה ומי בסקילה. בראש השנה יכתבון, וביום צום כיפור יחתמון. בראש השנה יכתבון, וביום צום כיפור יחתמון. בראש השנה יכתבון, וביום צום כיפור יחתמון. מי ינוח ומי ינוע, מי ישקיט ומי יטורף, מי ישלב ומי יתייצר, מי עני ומי ישיר, מי יושפל ומי ירום. בראש השנה יכתבון, וביום צום כיפור יחתמון. בראש השנה יכתבון, וביום צום כיפור יחתמון.
Let's share the reading on 2:13. An empty page, an open book, a day of ultimate questions. What is in store for my family, and what will become of my friends? New love, new babies, marriages deepening or breaking apart. Prosperity, struggle, reversals of fortune, illness, and health await us. On the edge of the unknown, we tremble. What lies ahead for us all? Flesh and blood, frail creatures, our lives are fleeting and subject to chance. Together, prayer, right action, a turning toward the good. These give us hope. Help us bear the pain.
Gute Schuva, gute Fila, gute Daka, Ma'avirin, et Ra,
If you come on Shabbat, just 30 seconds. And you should all come on Shabbat. I don't wear a robe. Neither does Keano Berman or Rabbi Gorban. We wear robes for the high holidays. I wear them for confirmation because it's fun. That's the only reason I do that. We wear a white robe. I grew up with rabbis wearing robes all the time. And they were a borrowing from a different culture. But the white robe makes sense. The white makes sense. The robe is in honor of a garment called a kittel. A kittel is a garment that one wears on the high holidays to remind us of our death shroud, the one that we will all wear one day. We're reminded that our origin is dust. We go back to dust. And on this day, we'll use any symbol, visual, oral, anything we can to remind us that every bit of life is precious, that we have a responsibility to it and to our Maker, to honor the holiness that is in us, though we know it is passing, though we know that eventually we will go the way of all flesh. That's why I wear a white robe, so I know how frail I am. I wear a white robe to remind me that this might be a last Yom Kippur, not here, but ever. And with that, I will ask you, as you are able to rise, for the Kedusha, the sanctification of the name of God.
Adir, adirenu, adir, adirenu, Adonai, Adonai, Adonenu, Adir, adir, Shimecha, B'chol haaretz. Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshiachenu, vehu Yashmienu, vehu Yashmienu, vehu Yashmienu, berachamav, berachamav, lenei Adonai.
On page 223 at the bottom. To be awake is to be alive. Only that day dawns to which we are awake. One cannot help but be in awe when one contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. It is enough if one tries merely to comprehend a little of this mystery every day. Never lose a holy curiosity, together, wisdom. We're on page 225. A king was absent for many years. His beloved wife was left alone, and her neighbors taunted her. Your husband has abandoned you. Marry someone else. But you withdraw into her bridal chamber and read her ketubah with its promises of love and support. And in this she found comfort. When at last the king returned, he said to her, I'm amazed that you waited for me all these years. And she replied, were it not for the ketubah you gave me so many years ago, I would have been lost. And so it is with the people Israel. Together, we go into our synagogues and study houses, and in words of Torah we find comfort when at last redemption comes. And God says to us. We will answer, if not for the memory of your love, we would have been lost. And thus, Scripture says. On page 226. And so, in your holiness, give the righteous the gift of vision, bright with joy, a world where evil has no voice and the rule of malevolence fades like wisps of smoke. Good people everywhere will celebrate the stunning sight of arrogance gone from the earth. On next page, and at the top, we read in English together. You and you alone, that'd be 228, I think. You and you alone, Adonai, will reign over creation. Upon Mount Zion, home of your presence, and in Jerusalem, a city set apart by you, as the psalmist believed, the eternal law. Kadosh ata v'nora shemecha ve'en Eloah mibaladecha kakatuv v'yigba Adonai tzva'o b'mishpat va'el kadosh nikdash b'tzdaka. Together, you are holy, your name is all. Will you chant this, please? The God of holiness made holy through righteousness.
Baruch atah Adonai hamelech hakadosh.
Amen. The bottom of page 230.
Titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu mi'ahava et Yom Kippurim hazeh limchila v'lislicha l'chapara v'limchol bo et kol avonotenu mikra kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim.
Next page, 232, we read in the English together. Our God and God of the generations before us, may a memory of us ascend and come before you. May it be heard and seen by you, winning your favor and reaching your awareness, together with the memory of our ancestors and the memory of your sacred city, Jerusalem. And may the memory of your people, the family of Israel, may we be remembered for safety, well-being, and favor, for love and compassion, for life and for peace on this day of atonement.
Zochreinu Adonai Eloheinu bo letova.
Amen.
Ufoktenu vo livracha.
Amen.
V'oshienu vo lechayim.
Amen. Eternal our God, remember us.
Amen.
Be mindful of us.
Amen.
And redeem us for a life of goodness and blessing.
Amen.
235. I want us to read the bottom paragraph together. One of the things I get asked all the time is what happens if I sincerely want to make amends and the person brushes me off? Let's read the law. It is forbidden for a person to be cruel and refuse to be appeased. Rather, one should be easily pacified and difficult to anger. And so, aggravated and sinned against you greatly. Let the offender come 3 times in sincerity for forgiveness. If the offended person continues to be stubborn and refuses to forgive, one is not required to beg forgiveness any longer. The one who refuses to forgive is now the sinner. We turn ahead in our book to the next page. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, our God and God of our mothers and fathers, lead us to holiness through your mitzvot, and may each of us find a portion of your Torah that is ours. You bestow such goodness. Teach us to be satisfied and to know the joy of your salvation.
Baruch atah Adonai melech mocher v'soleach la'avonotenu v'la'avonot amo beit Yisrael u'ma'avir ashmotenu b'chol shana v'shana melech hakol haaretz mekadesh Yisrael melech hakol haaretz mekadesh Yisrael melech hakol haaretz mekadesh Yisrael v'yom HaKippurim.
Amen. Ritzay is on 238. On page 240 is one of the most beautiful gratitude prayers ever written. And it wasn't written by Mary Oliver, a modern poet. It was written as part of our tradition to make us mindful and intentional. So let's read the English together. God who is ours, God of all generations, to you we are grateful forever. Rock and protector of our lives, your saving power endures from age to age. We thank you and tell of your praise, your power in our lives, your caring for our souls, the constant miracle of your kindness. Morning, noon, and night, we call you goodness, for your compassion never ends. We call you mercy, for your love has no limit. We call you hope now and for all time.
Page 242. ויהי על כל המתברך ויתרומם שמך מלכנו תמיד לעולם ועד, וכתוב לחיים טובים כל בני בריתך, וכל החיים ידעו חסלה וללו את שמך באמת, האל ישועתנו ועזרתנו סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך ולך נאה להודות.
Amen. On page 244, we have the priestly benediction. Look at the page that's aside on 245. Look in the middle. May the Shekhinah, the Holy Presence, spread her wings over you and protect you. May your light shine upon you with compassion. May her countenance illumine your lives with wholeness and peace as we continue with the Birkat Kohanim.
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Ken Yireh Ratzon.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka.
Ken Yireh Ratzon.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Ken Yireh Ratzon. May God bless you and protect you.
May it be so.
May you receive the light of God's kindness and grace.
May it be so.
May God bestow favor upon you and give you peace.
May it be so.
We continue with Sim Shalom on 246.
Hey
Before we enter into our penitential prayers, take a moment and breathe. Take a moment and reset your intention, your kivun. The word kivun, which means direction on a map, is the same root as kavanah, the intention of your heart. We pause for just a moment, taking a breath between our traditional prayers of Amidah and the special prayers that will require all of our focus so that we might confess on Yom Kippur Day.
I'm sorry. Let it out. Just let it out. Play it. It's fine. That would be great. Thank you. She does it all the time. So fine, I'll do it a cappella. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Have your prayer. Oh,
250.
Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Israel, V'imru, Amin. Oh, Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Israel, V'imru, Amen.
We continue on page 293 with our prayers of confession and forgiveness. Because I was angry, because I didn't think, because I was exhausted and on edge, because I'd been drinking, because I can be mean, and because I was reckless and selfish, because I was worried about money, because my marriage was dead, because other people were doing it, because I thought I could get away with it, because I did something wrong, because I'm in pain, because I wish I could undo it, because I hurt him, because I lost her trust, because I let them down, because I was self-destructive, because I was foolish, because I'm ashamed, because that's not who I am, because that's not who I want to be, because I want to be forgiven. Together, God, bring down my walls of defensiveness and self-righteousness. Help me to stay in humility. Please give me the strength to do what's right. Page 294.
Shema Kolenu Adonai Eloheinu Hu Serachem Aleinu V'kabel berachamim uvratzon et tefilatenu Hashivenu Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Yameinu kekedem Chadesh Yameinu kekedem Amarenu azinu Adonai bina chagigenu Iyu leratzon imrefinu Vegion libenu lefanecha Adonai tzurenu v'goleinu Al tashlichenu milefanecha ורוח קודשך אל תיקח ממנו, אל תשליכנו לעת זקנה, כי כלות כוחנו אל תעזבנו, אל תעזבנו, אדוני אלוהינו, אל תרחק ממנו, כי לך אדוני הוכלנו, אדוני תענה, אדוני אלוהינו.
Page 296, we join together. Our God and God of all generations, may our prayers reach your presence.
When we turn to you, do not be indifferent. Adonai,
we are arrogant and stubborn, claiming to be blameless and free of sin. In truth, we have stumbled and strayed. We have done wrong.
Ashamnu, bagadnu, gazalnu, dibarnu dofi. Ay, 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 ay. Avinu, vehirshanu, zadnu, chamasnu, tafalnu sheker. Ay, 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 ay. Yatznu ra, kizavnu, latnu, maranu, niatnu, sararnu, avinu, pashanu, zararnu, kishinu oref. Ay, 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 ay. Rashanu, shichatnu, tiavnu, tainu, titanu.
Together, of these wrongs we are guilty.
We betray, we steal, we scorn, we act perversely. We are cruel, we scheme, we are violent, we slander. We devise evil, we lie, we ridicule, we disobey. We abuse, we defy, we corrupt, we commit crimes. We are hostile, we are stubborn, we are immoral, we kill, we spoil, we go astray, we lead others astray.
Page 299. Join together. For the sin we have committed against you through evading and avoiding because we could not say the truth. For our flight into hypocrisy and deception because we did not dare to speak it.
For the facts we dissembled and all we glossed over, for the excuses we made, for feeding our bodies and starving our souls.
For interfering with the souls of others and neglecting their needs, for shifting our responsibilities, for reproaches and recriminations, for our foolishness, our folly, and false standards, for seeing these things only in others, never in ourselves, for our complacency which blinds us, and our self-righteousness which lessens us, for calculating kindness and measuring out pity, for charity that is cold and prayers without feeling, for withholding our love, for the appeals that we ignored and the people whom we refused, for the affection which died in our lives that became bitter, for the visions which faded, the ideals we neglected, and the opportunities we lost, for the fear of change and renewal and our unbelief, for saying prayers aloud but refusing to listen, for being our own worst enemy.
The Al-Chet continues on page 300. Al-Chet shechatanu lefenecha ba'onus v'ratzon, ve'al-Chet shechatanu lefenecha b'yod'im v'lo yod'im.
The ways we have wronged you under duress and by choice, and harm we have caused in your world consciously and unconsciously.
Al-Chet shechatanu lefanecha bivli dat, ve'al-Chet shechatanu lefanecha beritzat raglayim lehara.
The ways we have wronged you through our thoughtlessness, and harm we have caused in your world, through impulsive acts of malice.
על חטא שחטאנו לפניך בחוזק יד, ועל חטא שחטאנו לפניך בזלזול הורים ומורים.
The ways we have wronged you by abusing our power and harm we have caused in your world through disrespect to parents and to teachers.
על חטא שחטאנו לפניך ביצר הרע, ועל חטא שחטאנו לפניך בקשיות עורף.
The ways we have wronged you by giving in to our hostile impulses, and harm we have caused in your world through inflexibility and stubbornness.
על חטא שחטאנו לפניך בכחש וכזב, ועל חטא שחטאנו לפניך בקלות ראש.
The ways we have wronged you through lies and deceit, and harm we have caused in your world by making light of serious matters.
על חטא שחטאנו לפניך בשיח שפתותינו, ועל חטא שחטאנו לפניך בצרות עין.
The ways we have wronged you in our routine conversations, and the harm we have caused in your world through envy.
סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו.
Page 304, the Al Chet continues. Al Chet shechatanu lefanecha begalui v'sater, v'al Chet shechatanu lefanecha b'chsinat chinam.
The ways we have wronged you openly and secretly.
And harm we have caused in your world by hating without cause.
על חטא שחטאנו לפניך בפריקת עול, ועל חטא שחטאנו לפניך במאכל ובמשתה.
The ways we have wronged you by losing self-control, and harm we have caused in your world through consumption of food and drink.
Al Chet shechatanu lefanecha begilui arayot, v'al Chet shechatanu lefanecha b'gmutz halev.
The ways we have wronged you through sexual immorality, and harm we have caused in your world by hardening our hearts.
על חטא שחטאנו לפניך בנשך ובמרבית, ועל חטא שחטאנו לפניך במשא ומתן.
The ways we have wronged you through greed and exploitation, and harm we have caused in your world through dishonesty and business.
Al Chet shechatanu lefanecha b'hirhur halev, v'al Chet shechatanu lefanecha b'rchilut.
The ways we have
We have
wronged you through our innermost thoughts,
and harm we've caused in your world through gossip and rumor.
על חטא שחטאנו לפניך בחפת שוחד, ועל חטא שחטאנו לפניך בחילול השם.
The ways we have wronged you by offering or accepting bribes, and harm we have caused in your world by profaning your name in public.
סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו. We're going to take a few moments for you to pray your private confession. It's not just the words on the right-hand side of the page that were written for us. It's not even the more modern words that are on the left-hand side, but you might find those resonating in your heart. Take this moment and read those confessions etched on your heart. Read the words that are on the page. Cheshbon HaNefesh literally means an accounting of the soul. And those prayers are on 308 and following, all the way to Keano Emeka on 310. No one need rush you. There is no time this day. It is time out of time for you to be honest with yourself. We will continue by singing Keano, Emeka on page 310. We sing the melody every year. We hope that you will feel free to join in.
Keano, Emeka, ve'ata Eloheinu. Anu Anecha, ve'ata Avinu. Anu Avadecha, ve'ata Adonenu. Anu Kehalecha, ve'ata Chelkeinu. Anu Nachlatecha, ve'ata Goraleinu. Anu Tzonecha, ve'ata Ro'einu. Anu Harmecha, ve'ata Notreinu. Anu Fulatecha, ve'ata Yotzreinu. Anu Rayatecha, ve'ata Nodeinu. Anu Segulatecha, ve'ata Keroveinu. Anu Amecha, ve'ata Malkeinu. Anu Mamirecha, ve'ata Mamirenu.
Our God and God of our ancestors, together, we are your people and you are our God. We are your children and you are our father, our mother. We are the people who serve you and you call us to serve. We are your community and you are our portion. We are your legacy and you are our purpose. We are your flock and you are our shepherd. We are your vineyard and you watch over us. We are your work and you are our maker. We are your beloved and you are our lover. We are your treasure and you are the one we cherish. You are your people and you reign over us. We offer you our words and you. So forgive us, pardon us, lead us to. Please turn in your books to page 252. We'll be opening the Ark for Avinu Malkeinu. I'm going to ask our Torah readers who are in the congregation to come up at this time and stand with us for Avinu Malkeinu, which will lead directly into the Torah service.
Also, those of you who have been asked to be Torah holders.
You start.
Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Kolenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, hear our voice.
Avinu Malkeinu, chatanu lefanecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, we have strayed and sinned before you.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chamol Aleinu, Ve'alol Aleinu, V'tapenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, we have compassion on us and our families.
Avinu Malkeinu, kaledeva v'cherev ra'av me'aleinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, hot the onslaught of sickness, violence, and hunger.
Avinu Malkeinu, Kale Kol Tsar Umastin Me'aleinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, halt the reign of those who cause pain and terror.
Avinu Malkeinu, kotvenu b'sefer chayim tovim.
Avinu Malkeinu, enter our names in the book of lives well lived.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chadesh Aleinu, Shana Tova.
Avinu Malkeinu, renew for us a year of goodness.
Avinu Malkeinu, male yadenu miberchotecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, let our hands overflow with your blessings.
Avinu Malkeinu, Harem Keren Meshichecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, let our eyes behold the dawn of redemption.
Avinu Malkeinu, na al teshivenu rekam elfanecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, we pray, do not turn us away from you with nothing.
Avinu Malkeinu, Kabel Barachamim Uvratzon et Filatenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, welcome our prayer with love, accept and embrace it.
Avinu Malkeinu, seimanu lematan shemecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, act toward us as befits your name.
Avinu Malkeinu, Aselamancha im lo lemanenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, act for your sake, if not for ours.
Avinu Malkeinu, ein lanu melech ela ata.
Avinu Malkeinu, you alone are our sovereign.
Avinu Malkeinu, Ptach Sharei Shemayim Litfilatenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, let the gates of heaven be open to our prayer.
Avinu Malkeinu, shema kolenu chus v'rachem aleinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, hear our voice. Treat us with tender compassion. Avinu Malkeinu, Chanenu Aneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chanenu Aneinu, Keano Nasiv, Aseh Imanu,
On 254, let the reading of Torah be like a prayer, a meditation to remind us what we strive for, a chant that binds us to the chain of generations. Let the reading of Torah be like prayer, a moment of pure solidarity with our people's hopes and history, an invitation to affirm or dissent, or challenge or believe, to ask why or say amen. Together, let the reading of Torah be like prayer, flowing like waters that renew the spirit, refreshing and sweet to nourish the soul. Let the reading of prayer be like prayer, every word a blessing, every verse a conversation. We continue with Ein Kamocha on page 255.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, v'ein k'masecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha mekodor v'ador.
בשמיים ובארץ, כי כל בשמיים ובארץ, לך אדוני המלכה, ימין נעשה בשמיים ובארץ, כי כל בשמיים ובארץ. אדוני המלך,
ימין עושה לכל ראש. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה
Come on back, Torahs.
העולם עומד.
You lost little Torahs.
שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים,
על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. You got one more? I got two more, I think.
We have the bracha first.
Oh, more. Okay. We'll ask, if possible, for you to remain standing as you are able until the ark is closed. And here comes Steffi. While she's coming up, I'm going to warn you about the aliyot. They're not going to be on slides this time, which is fine. We want to honor for our first aliyah anyone who volunteered to help our community after the attack last October. If you volunteered to be with somebody, if you volunteered to be with a family, if you volunteered to help the community, that means you, Meryl, if she's here. No? Okay. That means you, David. You're here. Come on up. Anybody who helped, who volunteered to help the community after the attack in 1027. I'll hold it. Fill out, go up that side. Go up that side. We'll fill it out a little bit. Hey, Katie. Simon says 3 steps forward. 1, 2. I didn't say Shimon Omer. Right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Hold the Torah.
Amen. Atam nitzachim hayam. Kochem lifnei Adonai Elehechem.
Roshechem.
Rashechem, Shipshechem, Ziknechem, Visherechem, Kol Ish Yisrael. Tapechem, Nishechem, Begercha, Asher, Bekera, Machanecha, Matzeche, Machote, Etzecha, Ad, She'ev, Meimecha, Ve'avracha, Bibri, Adonai Elohecha, Uv'alatov, Asher Adonai Elohecha, Koreit, Imcha Hayam.
We're on page 266 for the Torah reading. Everybody say Yesher Koach to Philip. Yesher Koach. You got the translation?
Translation. You stand this day, all of you, in the presence of Adonai, your God, your tribal heads, elders, and officials, every man, woman, and child of Israel, and the stranger in the midst of your camp, from the one who cuts your wood to the one who draws your water, to enter into the covenant of Adonai, your God, and and the oath that Adonai your God makes with you this day to establish you as God's people and to be your God, as promised to you and sworn to your ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And not with you alone do I make this covenant and this oath, but with each one who stands here among us this day in the presence of Adonai our God, and with each one who is not here among us this day.
Blessing. Baruch atah. Amen. Eloheinu v'Eloheinu v'Imotenu, our God and God of our mothers and God of our fathers. One of the most respected words in the whole Hebrew language is nadiv. Nadiv means one who volunteers, gives of hand, gives of heart. And when crisis comes, runs toward it instead of giving in to the natural impulse to run away. These are people who did not run away, who did not turn away, who opened their arms to give comfort, to give support, not asking for anything in return, except knowing that they'd help the community stand strong in the face of terror, in the face of disaster, strengthening us to this very day by their capacity to be nadiv lev, voluntary of heart, nadiv yad, nadiv moach, to be a volunteer of hand, heart, and head, as together we say, amen. Everybody say yeshar koach to them. Now you know you can't leave until you hear the next one, right? If you've been to Israel in the last 5 years, this aliyah is for you. Oh, I see the honeymooners. Yeah, I see it. Hey, Sammy. Yeah, it's like been in America in the last 5 years. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So what we're going to have to do, you've been in the last 5 years. When did you go? Okay, come on, there's plenty of room up here. There's room by Mitchell. Drag people up there, Mitchell, okay? Here, and grab the bracha while you're at it, you're tall, okay? Oh my gosh, look at all these people. Victor, oh. Here, excuse me a second. I'm going to do this, just to make a little more room. Hi, Carrie. Okay. Simon says, come forward and shmush. Because when I say Sinai family, I really mean it. Oh, look at that, standing. You're still in shape. Ready? Okay, I'm going to hold this nice and tall for everybody. 1, 2, 3. Baruch Adonai Melech Haolam. Baruch Amen.
Amen. Leman Hakim Altecha Hayom Lo Leam Vehu Adonai Lecha Vehu Yeh Lecha Lelohim Kasher Diber Lach V'Kasher Nishbal Lavotecha LeAvraham LeYitzchak LeYaakov Velo itechem levardechem anochi koret et habrit hazot ve'et ha'ala hazot ki et asher yeshno po imanu omed hayom lifnei Adonai Eloheinu Ve'et asher einenu po imanu hayom. Not yet. And that means
To establish. 12.
To establish you as God's people and to be your God as promised to you and sworn to your ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And not with you alone do I make this covenant and this oath, but with each one who stands here among us this day in the presence of Adonai our God, and with each one who is not here among us this day.
Blessing. Baruch. Amen. Eloheinu v'Elokei Avotenu v'Imotenu, our God and God of our fathers and God of our mothers. These people here stand as witness today that they are connected to their fathers and mothers. All those who say that there is no more connection between American Jews and their brothers and sisters in Israel, they do not see you as I see you right now. Every one of you are living witness to the living relationship between our land, our people, and wherever our people are. We are one, we are Amcha, we are together. And your presence, by taking your feet there, has proved that to the denial of anybody who would claim differently. By going, you become a blessing, and may you spread your blessings throughout the American Jewish community that needs your words about Israel and your comfort and presence so much. As together we say, Amen. Everybody say Yesher Koach. Say Yesher Koach to Keano Berman Torah reading. Say Yesher Koach. Third Aliyah. If you are new to the temple side in the last 3 years, we want newbies. All newbies, come on up. And if you're visiting, come on up too. Oh, you're new. Come on. Come on, Larry. Come on, Deborah. You're new in the last 3 years. Come on. Come on. What?
Mari's going to lift. He's done it. He did
Okay.
it last year.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Who's reading next? Is she doing Ki HaMitzvah? We're picking it up at Ki HaMitzvah on page 267 toward the bottom. It's bottom of 267. It's verse 11 of chapter 30. Hi. We just need room for Sophia. There we go. Oh, look at the news. Look. Come on up. Hi. Can you believe it? All those people who've been to Israel from this congregation. Shana Tova. Were you here last night?
I was, of course.
The second sermon? We busted the tissue concession. Okay. So if you don't mind, I'm going to put this microphone in front of you, okay? So people can hear you. Okay, I'm going to put it down. Okay, Simon, Shimon Omer, B'tzad Yamina. 2 steps to the right. There, 1, 2. There we go. That way, everybody at home. See, look at the cameras there. They're all waving at you right now. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Baruch. Baruch Adonai Barak Leolam Va'ed. Amen.
Amen. Ki hamitzvah hazot asher anochi mitzvavecha hayom lo nifleit hi mimecha velo rechoka hi lo bashamayim hi lemor mi'ale lanu hashemaima v'yikache halanu v'yashmenu ota v'na'asena velo me'aver layam hi lemor Mi avor lanu elever hayam v'yikache halanu v'yashmenu ota v'na'asena ki karov elecha hadavar me'od beficha u'v'vavevcha la'asoto. For this mitzvah, which I command you this day, is neither beyond you nor far away. It is not in heaven, causing you to say, Who will give up to heaven on our behalf, get it for us, and let us hear it, that we may do it? And it is not across the sea, causing you to say, who will cross the sea on our behalf, get it for us, and let us hear it, that we may do it? No, this is so very near to you, in your mouth and in your heart, that you can surely do it. Behold, this...
No, that's it. Say Yeshikoach. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah. Amen. Makor Shalom Baruch HaChaim, O Spirit of life and source of peace. These people are renewing our community by being here and bringing their new ideas, their little children, and their enthusiasm, and their wanting to learn and take part. They make sure that we never grow stale. They make sure that we grow. They make sure that we always look ahead. May these people be blessed and never be afraid to tell us how to do something a little bit different, even though it may not have been the way we always did it before. May they be blessed with courage, and may they be blessed with the willingness to come and be here for everything that will evoke the best in their spirit as together we say, Amen. Okay, you always have to hang out because you might be the next one too. Like Rabbi Friedman's going to have. If you have hosted a Shabbat or Yontiv dinner at your home, if you hosted a Shabbat or Yontiv dinner in your home, because Judaism is not just here in the shul, it's in the home. If you've hosted at home a Shabbat or Yontiv dinner, did I say that 3 times? Yes, I did. Please come on up.
I think you got it to you left hand.
You want to hold the Torah for her? This is our dear friend. She grew up in Israel, but she grew up here, but she lives in Israel. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Achnasat orchim. Hey, Bree. Look at all these people. You do know that if you're not vegetarian, for Jews, the national bird is the chicken, just so you know. Okay, nice and tall here. Hi, Allison. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Vaed. Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Amen. Re'eh natati lefanecha hayom et ha'chaim ve'et ha'tov ve'et ha'mavet ve'et ha'ra asher anechi mitzavecha hayom lahava et Adonai Elohecha lelech et b'drechav ve'lishmor mitzvochav ve'chukotav asher atav u'mishpatav v'chayita v'rvita u'vrechecha Adonai Elohecha ba'aretz asher atav ha'shama l'risha v'im yifne lavecha v'lo tishma v'nidchata v'hishtachevita l'Elohim acherim v'avadetam.
Okay. So you're going to read from the bottom of the page where it says, oh no, you're going to read the top, behold. Behold this day, second line.
Do you know where I have it?
Behold.
But where do I go to?
We'll start.
Read 3 verses.
Behold, this day I place before you life and well-being, death and hardship, in that I command you this day to love Adonai and walk in the ways of your God, to observe the mitzvot, laws, and judgments, so you may live and flourish, blessed by Adonai your God, in the land that is about to be yours. But if you turn away, refusing to listen, and go astray, bow down to other gods and serve them.
Stop there. Dependent clause. We're waiting to find out what happens in the next aliyah. Okay. It's great. It's just leave you hanging. There you go. Lift. Yeshikach, Sophia. Baruch. Amen. Eloheinu v'Eloheinu v'Yimatenu, our God and God of our mothers and God of our fathers. Hachnasat orchim, hospitality, bringing in of guests, is so essential to it's transmitting the values and essence of who we are. There are people who learn more from your table than from any class we might teach. They learn more from how you prepare food, how you value the time, how you make your home and your table a mikdash ma'at, a small sanctuary in which acts of holiness and connection happen every time you bring guests to your table. May you continue to do so. May you be wonderful guests at other people's tables as well. And may you, in the willingness and generosity of your heart, share your best recipes as well. As together we all say, Amen. Amen. The last aliyah, the fifth aliyah, is going to be for those who have read at least 3 Jewish books this year, or, I had to say this last service, the first time in my career, or listened to 3 Jewish podcasts. Never had to say that. 3 books, 3 magazines, or 3 podcasts on Jewish topics or Torah, Israel, modern events, anything. If you've done that, we want to honor you. Rabbi Lewis. Come on. I know. When in Pittsburgh do as the Pittsburghers do. You know each other. Larry, Ellen, you know each other? Your colleagues. She's in New Jersey. That's Karen Levin's sister. And she's a therapist. She's running a session on healing in the Beit Midrash. Look at all these well-read Jews. I love this. I'm not going to ask who did the podcast. Okay, Canterbury, let's get that card up here. Chad, Shtaim, Shalosh. Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vahed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vahed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Wasn't clear. That includes PJ Library. Any little kids who've done PJ Library? Any kids? We don't want to have anybody not included who belongs up here. Okay. Should have said that before. Thank you.
Amen. Higadeti lachem hayam ki avod tavedun. Lo tarichun yamim al hadama asher ata over et hayardan lavo shama l'risha. Haidoti bachem hayom et hashemayim et haaretz hachayim et hamavet natati lefanecha habrecha ve'aklala v'charta b'chayim lemad tichye ata v'zarecha lahava et Adonai Elohecha l'shama v'kolo lishma v'kolo u'davkavo Ki hu chayecha ve'orech yamecha l'shevet al ha'adama asher nashba Adonai l'avotecha l'Avraham l'Yitzchak l'Yaakov l'tet lahem.
Oh, she's going to do the translation. There's a dash there.
I tell you now, you will perish, yes, you will perish, and you will not last long in the land you are crossing the Jordan to possess. This day I call heaven and earth to witness regarding you. Life and death I have set before you, blessing and curse. Choose life, so that you and your children may live, by loving, obeying, and staying close to Adonai your God. For God gives you life and length of days to dwell upon the land that Adonai swore to your ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Beautiful. Baruch. Amen. Makor HaChaim, a source of life. We are known as the Am HaSefer, the people of the book. In cultures across the 2,000 years where illiteracy prevailed, 90% of Jews were able to read and write. They were able to express themselves. They were able to read our tradition and add their precious insights to it. May you, in the knowledge you've gained this year, add your precious insights to the body that we call Torah, a living document that grows and grows depending on the voices that add to it. May your precious and holy voices add to our Torah so we may be blessed by your wisdom and knowledge and insight as together we say, Amen. Say Yeshua really loud. Thank you, David. Yep. No more Aliyot. Can you put that on top of it? There you go. Come on down. Hold on. Go on up, but don't do it yet, okay? 3 hours before Kol Nidre, I got word that my best friend from 1966 has 5 blockages in his heart, and he's being operated on today. His name is Zelig Ben Tzipora, Peter Gray. I so need a Mishaberach for him. And many of you are so worried about people in your lives who are suffering, whether they're in hospitals, dying of loneliness in nursing homes, or simply walking the earth with a stone in the heart, or facing the daily battles of sobriety. I'm going to indicate you're part of the congregation. I'm going to invite you to add names of those for whom you are praying to our collective heart. Does it cure? No. Does it ease a bit of care? Maybe. Does it focus us on the person we love? Most certainly. And the only rule, as I say every week, is class is out, so don't raise your hand. Just call out names. Please play quietly. The beginning of the Levine, please. Call out the names. Herb Goldstein, Harvey Nathanson, Josh Marcus. Page 273.
Hear
Yamdu hamagbiya bagolel. As Ari comes over for lifting of the Torah, as you are able to, please rise in your place.
Ari Goodstein.
Ari Gutstein.
Yeah. All right.
Lift it over that and leverage it
He'll
up
sit
here.
first
Push
and
it
then
up.
you'll tie it.
There you go.
Izot HaTorah asher sam Moshe livnei b'nei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. 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 Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe.
The Haftorah for today is the best social justice sermon ever written. I have not written anything that comes near. It is Isaiah chapter 58, which will be done after the appropriate blessing. That Haftorah can be found on page 277.
Well done. You can specialize.
Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar binvinim tovim, baratza v'divrehem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher b'Torah, uv'Moshe havto, uv'Yisrael amo, uv'invidyei ha'emet v'tzedek.
Cry from the depth, says God. Do not hold back. Lift up your voice like the shofar. Tell my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sin. Yes, they seek me daily as though eager to learn my ways, as if they were a nation that does what is right and has not abandoned God's law. They ask me the right way, eager for God's nearness. They say, why did we fast and you do not see it? We afflict ourselves and you do not know it. Because even on your fast day, you think only of desire while oppressing all who work for you. Because your fasting is filled with strife, and with calloused fist you strike. No, your fasting this day will not lift up your voice before heaven. Is this the fast I desire? A day to afflict body and soul? Bowing your head like a reed, covering yourself with sackcloth and ashes? Do you call this a fast, a day worthy of the favor of Adonai? Is not this the fast I desire? To break the bonds of injustice and remove the heavy yoke, to let the oppressed go free and release all those enslaved? Is not to share your bread with the hungry and to take the homeless poor into your home, and never to neglect your own flesh and blood? Then shall your light burst forth like the dawn, and your wounds shall quickly heal. Your righteous one leading the way before you, the presence of Adonai guiding you from behind. Then, when you call, Adonai will answer, and when you cry, will respond, I am here. If you remove the chains of oppression, the menacing hand, the malicious word, if you offer your compassion to the hungry and satisfy the suffering, then shall your light shine through the darkness, and your night become bright as noon. Adonai will guide you always, slake your thirst in parched places, give strength to your bones. You shall be like a well-watered garden, an unfailing spring. From you they will rebuild ancient ruins, lay foundations for ages to come. And you shall be called the one who mends the breach and brings back the streets for dwelling. If you cease to trample Shabbat, stop pursuing your affairs on my holy day. If you call Shabbat a delight, the holy day of Adonai honored. And if you honor God, not by doing business or speaking of everyday matters, Then shall you take pure delight in Adonai. I will lift up your journey on earth to the highest of places and nourish you from the heritage of your father Jacob. For thus spoke Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol haolamim, tzadik bechol hadorot, ha'el hane'eman, ha'omer ve'oseh, hamdaber umkayem,
280.
shekol devarav emet v'tzedek. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al hadvinim ve'al yom ha'kippurim hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu limchicha v'lislicha u'chapara lechavod ultifaret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umbarchim otach yitbarach shimcha b'fil kol chai tamid leolam v'hed Udvarcha emet v'kayam lahad, Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch Shemo.
Melech mochel v'seleach la'avonotenu, ve'la'avonot amo beit Yisrael, uma'avir ashmotenu bechol shana v'shana, Melech al kol ha'aretz, mekadesh Yisrael v'yom ha'kippurim.
Amen. If you don't know these wonderful people, this is Josh Breslau and Dr. Liz Miller. And Josh is our outgoing chair of the Tikkun Olam Center, so for him to read that was so touching because he's tried to live a life fulfilling the very words that he read. Please. So we are at the time where we're going to be returning the Torah to the Ark. If you look at page 290, I'll ask you to rise in your place as you are able.
Adonai, ki niskav shemo levado. Hodo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren le'amo, tehillah lechol chasidav,
For a good heritage have I given you. Do not forsake it.
The town of Platsk was looking for a new mayor.
Thanks.
Everyone had gathered to discuss the qualities they were looking for, and As Jews do, everyone had an opinion. Our new mayor should be the smartest person in town, someone shouted. Our new mayor should be a business person. Our new mayor should be a good communicator. They should be righteous. They should be trustworthy. The list went on and on and on. Finally, the town elders decided that there should be an open forum, and anyone who wished to become the new mayor would come to the synagogue the following Tuesday and share their ideas and why they should be the new mayor. The following Tuesday was like a town festival. Everyone showed up at the synagogue to hear from the different candidates. They listened to speech after speech after speech. Some were better than others, but, no one really stood out. So as the townspeople started to get antsy and irritated, wondering how they would choose a new mayor from among the candidates, a stranger showed up at the door. No one knew this stranger, who was dusty from the road, had frayed, mismatched clothes, and was hunched under the weight of a bag. "Who are you, and what are you doing here?" one of the town elders asked angrily. "Can't you see that we're in the middle of an important meeting?" Well, that's what I'm here for," the stranger replied. "I'm here to present myself as candidate for mayor." "You're late," the elder declared. "You should have been here hours ago, and no one wants to hear what you have to say anyway. Go away." And with that, the elder slammed the door in the stranger's face. A little while later, as everyone was getting ready to leave the synagogue, feeling like they would never find the right person to be mayor, a new stranger showed up at the door. This one was tall and good-looking, wearing a perfectly cut suit of fine cloth, and had an air of confidence. Come in, cried one of the town elders. "Are you here as a candidate for mayor? If so, please come and speak to us. We are so looking forward to what you have to say." "I'm Jesse," the stranger said, "and yes, I'm here to share my ideas for what I would do as mayor." The elders ushered Jesse up to the podium to speak and quieted everyone down so they could all hear. Jesse stood tall and began to speak, showing wisdom and integrity, the ability to communicate clearly and inspire people, skill in business, and a kind heart shown by caring for people. Jesse was the perfect candidate. And by the end of the speech, everyone called for the stranger, who by this point seemed quite familiar, to be the new mayor. A few weeks later, the townspeople gathered again for the inauguration of their new mayor. The mood was celebratory and festive. The town elders had set up a podium in the town square where Jesse would give the first speech as new mayor of Platsk. The townspeople roared with applause as Jesse's name was announced, but no one arrived. The elder announced Jesse's name again and again. And finally, someone started to come up the stairs. But wait a minute. It wasn't Jesse coming up the stairs. It was a suit, a perfectly cut suit of fine cloth, good-looking and tall, wafting confidently in the breeze. Murmurs ran through the crowd. What had happened to Jesse? Frantic cries filled the air, and finally, a dusty stranger, dressed in frayed, mismatched clothes and hunched under the weight of a bag, appeared. But it wasn't a stranger. It was Jesse. "What are you doing?" the town elders called. "You're supposed to be up here. What are you doing down there, and what is this empty suit doing up here?" Calmly, Jesse replied, "When I came to you dressed as I am now, you wanted nothing to do with me. It was only when I wore that nice suit that you paid me any attention. Since the suit made the difference, it was clear that you wanted the suit to be mayor." So there it is, ready for the inauguration. We all know that we're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, that outside appearances don't tell us a whole lot about what's inside. But we still make all sorts of assumptions based on appearances, especially when it comes to people. We look at each other and decide whether someone is intelligent or ignorant, caring or self-centered, hardworking or lazy, trustworthy or sneaky. Each of us might base those assumptions on different factors, having biases towards certain skin tones, hair colors and textures, weight, height, size, gender presentation, disability, and more. But ultimately, most of us decide who a person is just by their looks. We don't even talk to them first. There have actually been a handful of studies over the past 5 or 6 decades that have explored some of these snap judgments. One set of studies showed that everything else being equally unknown, children prefer to be friends with kids who have no visible disabilities and are straight-sized. Straight-sized, by the way, means that most stores will carry clothes of their size. Another study of storybook characters found that body shape and size align with character types. Obesity and extreme thinness, for example, are both used to signal evil characters. An overweight character is a bit of a fool, and a pale character is usually hiding something. And in our own lives, clothing choices tell us if someone fits into our social circle, whether that circle is defined by socioeconomic status or interests and hobbies. These snap judgments are then exacerbated by the way we comment on each other's appearance. Dear, you would look so much better if you wore a little makeup. Have you thought about losing a few pounds? Don't you think that outfit is a little too revealing? You know, a haircut wouldn't go amiss. Often these comments are well-intentioned. After all, we just want people to see the good qualities in those we appreciate without getting bogged down by judgments based on appearance. But despite our good intentions, these comments hurt more than they help, and they deepen the shame that is already too pervasive in our society that prioritizes appearance. And shame, despite what Bill Maher said on his show last month, is not the first step in reform. Shame does not lead to meaningful or lasting change. At best, it leads people to hide what is considered shameful. And remember, in talking about appearances, hiding what's shameful means hiding oneself. If that's the best case, I can't even decide what the worst case is. Is it people too paralyzed by shame to even try to be their best selves? Is it people failing at change over and over again and despairing of ever succeeding? Is it the unnecessary perpetuation of stereotypes and tropes that cause yet more generations to experience this shame? I'm not sure what the worst case scenario is, but I am sure that even the best case scenario is terrible and will hurt our society more than help it. Because here's what we're really saying when we approve or disapprove of someone's appearances. That gift of a body that lets you do all the things that make you you, it doesn't matter what you think of it or what you can do with it. The only thing that matters is whether other people appreciate it. Do you hear how ridiculous that is? Since when do I determine how much you value the gifts you've received? And why, oh why, would I want to make sure that you know that I don't appreciate them? Of course I don't care for them. It's not my gift. I've got my own that mean more to me. There's no need, though, for me to diminish your appreciation just because mine differs. And frankly, even if I like your gift, my opinion's pretty irrelevant. And that's truly what our bodies are: gifts, blessings, miracles. They're not perfect, and they break down pretty easily, but they're our sacred vessels of divine spirit. We, created in the image of God with a spark of the divine, have incredible bodies to help us participate in the world. So incredible that there is even a blessing for them. It's traditionally said every morning. We actually said it this morning as well. And also, after every time we go to the bathroom. Yes, Judaism has a blessing for going to the bathroom because the fact that our bodies work, especially all of that internal plumbing, is a miracle. This prayer of wonder and gratitude is intended to remind us multiple times a day that our bodies are incredible gifts. Gifts, blessings, miracles. Imperfect, to be sure, but no less amazing when we consider all that can break down and still allow us to live meaningful lives. Who are we to judge, criticize, place value on these miracles and how they are or aren't adorned as though they're just another thing that can be tossed aside or replaced? It's our responsibility, our obligation to treat them with respect and honor and to take advantage of what they can do. And if we're honoring the vessels, how much more important is it that we honor the souls within? On Yom Kippur, we confess a litany of sins, many of which refer to the body parts that have led us astray. I ask that we add these sins to our list as a reminder to do better in the coming year. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the wrong we have done by assuming that physical appearance indicates a person's value. Ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha, and for the harm we have caused in your world by accepting and buying into society's false standards of beauty and worth. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the wrong we have done by judging, criticizing, and commenting on others' bodies and our own. Ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the harm we have caused in your world by placing more value on appearances than on what's inside. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the harm we have done by causing people to be ashamed of how they look or how well their bodies function. Ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the harm we have caused in your world by allowing that shame to pervade all parts of society. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the wrong we have done by focusing on what we can't do rather than what we can. Ve'al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the harm we have caused in your world by holding perfection as an ideal instead of celebrating what we can do despite or because of our imperfections. For all of these sins, O God of forgiveness, forgive us, pardon us, and grant us atonement. Grant us atonement, God. But more than that, as we begin this new year, grant us the strength, the courage, and the fortitude to see our bodies as the blessings they are, and to resist the temptation and pressure to conform to standards of beauty that obscure the truth of their wonder. Help us honor these sacred vessels of divine spirit, and help us let them bring blessing to the world. And let us say, Amen.
We don't do Aleinu and Kaddish because we're supposed to not end our prayers till Ne'ilah. So it's a good time for announcements, and it's a good time for me to issue my first apology of the year on Yom Kippur. I sinned on Yom Kippur toward you. How did I do that? I told you the tables weren't groaning. Apparently, all that food you've been putting there has been put downstairs. I didn't know until Aaron gave, no, we've been schlepping it downstairs, getting pretty full. But the tables are empty now so that you can bring more. And I apologize for inferring that maybe you had not stepped up to the plate. That's all on me. And that means wherever I am next year, I have to go to Yom Kippur again. So we are almost on schedule. I'm flabbergasted. What time is it, Rabbi Gorban?
It is 1:25.
Well, we're scheduled to start Mincha about 1:30. It'll start about 1:40 because we only have one more song to do. 2:45 in the afternoon will be our Bet Midrash. I'll have more to say about that in a minute. And at 4 o'clock, we're having our community sing. This is an idea, if you've ever heard of the group Kululam, which sings all over Israel, getting people together, teaching them parts, and having the unity of spirit in singing a song together. We're singing Lu Yehi, which was written in 1973 after the Yom Kippur War. It means may it be as opposed to let it be, and we have an English translation we're using that fits into the notes and is singable, and we've invited in many of our friends from our Christian, African American, and Hindu communities to be with us. Now, we would like all of you here. We're going to work on it at 4 o'clock, and we hope it'll be videoed, and we'll have a final rendering of Lu Yehi between 10:05 and 5 o'clock. We're videoing it so we can always have a record of how we came together as a community. It's my heart of hearts goal that at least 200 people are there for this sing, including our people and our friends from the community. Our community is kind of distracted. It's a work day for them, So we're going to have to make up that 200 people, I hope. And kids can come, and if you say, I can't carry a tune, come anyway. Lift your voice. Lift your voice in song. So, I have this nice big poster here about the Bet Midrash. The very first thing is prepare to sing Lu Yehi with Keano or Laura Berman.
And Flavio Chavez.
Right, that was the next sentence. See, it's right up there. Okay. Not as his Flavio Chavez says, internationally acclaimed conductor. And you do not have to be at this session to participate in the session at 4 o'clock. They'll be meeting here in the Libov Sanctuary. In the Barnett Chapel, Alan Olson and I are going to lead a session on storytelling, how we became who we were, especially those who became more aware Jewishly of who they were. That's in the Barnett Chapel. In the Rogaliner Lounge, we're going to have sacred words, sacred connection, a new Torah for our community. We're commissioning a brand new Torah in honor of, I don't know who, somebody in their retirement. It'll be the first one penned by a woman scribe in our area. Rabbi Gorban will show some of the secrets of the Torah. Get to write your name in Hebrew if that's what you'd like as well.
But you don't have to come
Exactly.
anyway, even if you're not feeling comfortable about writing your name.
Or writing on Yom Kippur. Room 203, I want Rabbi Ellen Lewis to stand if she would, please. She is the sister of our dear congregant Karen Levin. You stand too. Sisters, always. She is an incredible rabbi and therapist from New Jersey, and she's leading a session called Trauma and Healing in the Face of 1027, a conversation. She is a wonderful therapist and will lead us in a conversation about the many feelings our community is experiencing in the days leading up to the anniversary of the shooting. Who will live and who will die? Rabbi Friedman, please stand so people can see who you are. Not everybody was here from 1996 to 2006. One of the most powerful sermons he ever gave was on this prayer, Unatana Tokuf, which we sang today. And he's going to give his unique take on it. That's going to be in room 205. Many of you responded to the sermon I gave at Rosh Hashanah about the refugees and what you might do about them. Jordan Golan, who is CEO of Jewish Family Community Services, will be leading a session along with Leslie Eisenman, the Director of Refugees and Immigrant Services. If you want to know what you can do, go to 206. And you can learn how to translate our passion for this issue into action. And finally, in 211, our wonderful Rhonda Rosen, who teaches meditative reflection and meditation practice, she'll be in room 211, sitting in reflection on this day, guided silence and meditation. There is no reason to go home and stare at that peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
You know, I changed my stories so that I didn't mention food.
Oh my gosh. One of my favorite rabbis who's also retiring at the end of this year, his name is Don Weber in Marlborough. And because he felt his congregation did not get the concept of hunger, at late Shacharit on Yom Kippur, he put out a table of deli meats, mustards, and aromatics, and made sandwiches in front of the whole congregation. See, you want this? And then he said, know how people feel every single day. We are so thrilled that you are here to form this community. We're so thrilled that you're taking part in our programs. I want to mention one more program before we sing Hayom T'amsenu. Starting a week from today, we're having a 5-part series about decisions as we age. On the 16th, 23rd, 30th, the 6th of November, and then the 20th of November, we have specialists in the area of social work, finances, law, spirituality, and medicine. Jonathan Winkle and others are the decisions we might be making for others who we love, especially our parents. So please register online for that. There's a small fee, and if you have a problem with that, let me know about that as well. More announcements, but we'll tell about them later in the day or later next week. Some of you said to me after my sermon, where's the announcement? Yes? Somebody dropped a Star of David necklace, which is much better than saying somebody's blocking a driveway.
It was turned into Judy Mahan. If it's yours, you can go speak to her.
So we're going to open the ark, and usually in all the years I've been here, Hayom, 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 Tevarcheinu, Amen. Hayom, 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 Tigadleinu, Amen. Hayom, 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 hayom. Hayom, hayom, hayom tedrishenu letova. Amen. Hayom, 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 hayom. Hayom, hayom, hayom tedrishenu lechaim tovim. Amen. Hayom, 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 hayom. Hayom, hayom, hayom tishma Shabbatenu. Big one. Amen. Last one coming up. Hayom, 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 hayom. Hayom, hayom, hayom tishma tzidkecha. Amen. Gamar chatima tova, shana tova. Mincha will start in 10 minutes here in this room. 10 minutes.